What's up, everybody? It's your boy Carcino here. And yes, they will not hold me down. I refuse to be terrorized. We gonna keep fighting. Now, in this video, we finna take y'all on a magic carpet ride. And what I mean by that is we need to go deep, deep into this business. Now, let's get to it. The Los Angeles Lakers. People are like, why people are so fascinated with this team? The Lakers. What is so great about them? Well, the Lakers, and being a Laker, what did it represent? First of all, the Lakers come from Minneapolis. The name has nothing to do with Los Angeles. The Great Lakes of Minnesota, that's why it was called a Laker. The Minneapolis Lakers. It fits because the Great Lakes of Minnesota. So if you were a Laker, you understood that if you're from Minnesota. But if you're in California, a Laker just makes no damn sense. It's just like the Utah Jazz. They were the New Orleans Jazz, which would make more sense because that's the home of jazz. Louisiana and New Orleans. So the New Orleans Jazz made sense. So you get my drift, right? When people take the names and run to another place and it don't make no damn sense anymore, that's the Lakers. And what else didn't make sense? The owner, Dr. Jerry Buss, and all the other teams were faced with something that they weren't really used to in the 1970s. What they weren't really used to at the time was how frequent people were getting cocaine. I think you're down the street. Now, guys were getting high and smoking their little reefers and all of these things, but this was a whole nother level. And Dr. Buss, let's just say he had an appetite for women. Young, beautiful women. Oh, he couldn't help himself. He had an appetite where me two, me three, me four, they'd all lined up with times up on each side. He'd be like, you like hoes? Yeah, me too. Dr. Buss, the owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, oh my God. You have no idea. Now, players started to pass out in practice during the partying all night, drugs, and all of these different things were transpiring, and they were trying to clean up the league, and you're seeing violent outbursts on the court. You know, guys is jacked up on coke and liquor and everything. And they're like, look, what is happening in our league? And of course, what they blame? The ABA. Bringing in the ABA and the teams over there, they're bringing in their bad habits. No, your goody goodies was out there coked out too. They the one that was introducing it to the players in the ABA. They're like, man, I was just smoking reef. But now I did a couple of lines of this, I can run all day long. So, Jay bring in David Stern. David Stern comes out and says, wow, This is what I was talking about all along. We have got to clean this up. So they started all this rehab, and we're going to drug test these guys. We're going to put them through strenuous drug tests. We're going to get these guys tested up and shipped out of here if they ain't doing what they supposed to do. And they were doing that. They were trading guys off of the high-profile teams like Boston and LA. That was their biggest market, and they didn't want to screw that up. They was like, we cannot screw this up. Dr. Bus, you're going to have to help me. And Dr. Bus was already ahead of the game because they was like, you're an innovator. He had every celebrity in Hollywood coming to his games. And why did this happen? Because Dr. Bus had a lust for women. His obsessiousness with women. I mean, Asian girls. Before he went completely all Asian girls, he had them all 19, 18. And the older he got, they stayed the same age. He would get rid of them at a certain point, and he'll call some of them, see how they're doing, and if they moved on to relationships, he would give them intern jobs somewhere, had some dental office, hiring a new assistant, and he was taking care of these women, so these women loved him. And who had the women to provide for him? Hugh Hefner, the Playboy Mansion. Have some of the most beautiful women in the world. What better way for Hugh to communicate and get out there more in the public eye and get interviewed for people who looked at him as smut than to have this layout? All the celebrities are there. So they want to come to the Laker games, and some of their girls want to be Laker girls, and it was a business proposition that was profitable. Now you got celebrities in the stands. They want to go and hang out at this place called the Forum Club, where all the players from either both sides of the team go in there, and it's loaded with women. And there's tons of drugs. The drug thing was still rampant, but they were getting tested. So we're going to clean it up. But you got high-profile players and everything in there, and they're just going to town, having the grandest time. Celebrities are having a grand time. As long as the celebrities do drugs, the NBA don't care about that. That's their business. That money was raking in. They're getting all these coked up celebrities. NBA action is fantastic. They all going to the Laker games. They like, man, we got to go to the Forum Club after the game. The game is just entertainment. Forum Club, baby, that's where it's jumping out. And man, if you were invited in there, you had the time of your life. It was 100 miles an hour, and things were happening at an all-time pace. The Lakers were winning championships. People wanted to go to LA. The whole NBA is profiting off of this Larry Bird, Magic Johnson rivalry. And those are the two people who really didn't partake in the drugs. Larry never did drugs. And Larry damn sure wasn't going to go to the Forum Club. So that was perfect for them. Magic didn't want to do drugs. Magic didn't even drink. Magic wanted to win. His drug was attention and partying and hanging out, fraternizing, and just being in around all these women and men's and everything. He was just loving the attention. But Magic drug was winning. That was his thing. He has to win. It's nothing like winning. So with all of this going on, Dr. Bus want to keep his players happy. He got to keep the women coming. And he kept the girls coming. He had them not just for him. He would share. And they want to meet Magic. And he would take these girls out. Hey, we're going to all hang out with Magic Johnson and everybody else. He was having Worthy in there. He had all these people. If you were married, he didn't care. Come on down. Everybody's having a grand time. One player screwed this whole thing up. But that's a whole nother story I'm not going to get into right now. But it was a player that screwed everything up, went and ratted on it to players' wives. I mean, he was low down and dirty. But anyway, Dr. Bus ran into one girl, Asian lady, dating her teenager. Turns out this girl was 17 years old. Dr. Bus is in his 60s. And I guess she had a fake idea. She lied or whatever. And I don't know. That's how the story went. He's like, you lied to me. I don't like liars. And she's like, I'm pregnant and I don't know what to do. I don't want to lose you. He's like, well, you feel like you're deceiving me. So apparently he gave her some money or had some doctor in LA take a look at her, and he couldn't be sure if the baby was his or somebody else's. But he paid for the abortion. Then she didn't want the abortion. She wants to keep the baby and be with him. He said, you lied to me. You've deceived me. There's no way I could be with you. Now you have an option. Because you're going to either have to get this abortion or you cut off completely. So he put her on a payment plan, got her a job, and she agreed to have the abortion. So this is how things were taken care of in the Bus era. Then in comes the high-speed 90s. The 90s was, everybody needed to slow down. AIDS was becoming more rampant. They had this new sex weapon that was taking people out called AIDS. And it was crushing people in the Bay and LA area. So in California, they were getting hit with it. You gotta be careful. Then when Magic got it, Dr. Bus and all these guys started to slow down a little bit. That slowed a lot of people down because I was like, we didn't know too much about it. It was like, man, Magic's finna die. And he's got about 10 years. He got the HIV that's going to lead to AIDS in about 2 years. Then he going to be dead in 10. So they treated it like a Magic Johnson funeral. At the All-Star game, people, they thought, man, you could probably shake somebody's hand and get it. I don't know. The ignorance of what people didn't know at that time was so effective. Now, I can't blame Dr. Bus for Magic's lust for women and all these things. He brought this to all his players. He brought it around and had the atmosphere there, but he did feel a little guilty, and he did everything in his resources to help Magic Johnson because he felt partially responsible for bringing and introducing Magic into this world. So he did everything in his resources to help Magic Johnson, and it has definitely helped out. He had the best doctors in the world. I said the world, not California, the world. Dr. Bus spared no expense in helping Magic Johnson. When Magic wanted to come back and play, and he got the okay, Dr. Bus, no problem. You on the court. But Dr. Bus still couldn't stop himself. He just reduced down the amount of women that he would deal with. Now he would just have 19-year-old girlfriends. That's just how he rolled at the time. She's 19, I'll take her. And he had someone to partner with. It just no more was the 8, 9, 10 different women. And that's just like on a minimal night. He kept it within a conservative amount of numbers. Because, see, if you're a 19-year-old girl and you're in California, you're probably trying to be an actress, make it in the business, and you get to hang out with the owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, the nightclubs you couldn't get into, oh, you were getting in there. You think someone carded her for anything? No. This is Dr. Bus. So, this was the lifestyle that they tried to hide from Dr. for the rest of the world who didn't know about the NBA, and just say Dr. Bus was one of the greatest innovative minds in the game with getting celebrities to the game. They never told you what that really translated to and how that happened. The way it happened was kind of disgusting in a way that you wouldn't be proud of if you were the NBA. Playboy and drugs, yeah, that led to celebrities coming. Yeah, that's not something the NBA wants to promote. But I mean, it helped. It did more than that. It brought the game out to the people. And next thing you know, you got sponsorships coming, and you got people interested in watching the game. Nobody's gonna remember who got them through the door. They just remember now they can see the game. On the major platform. So, like being able to purchase things right now and being able to hit the super chat button and pay me right now for doing this, hitting up the Cash App, which is Carcino, on my Cash App. In order to do that now, do you realize that in order to do this didn't exist in 1995? You couldn't do it. There was no way to use a credit card to pay for anything until two idiots who was high on drugs decided they were tired of looking at regular pictures of porn on the internet because it was dial up when videos where it's not efficient. So they went and took pictures and put out some type of videos that you can put out and upload, because it cost you a lot to play videos at that time, because you didn't have the space or none of that. So people just had still pictures to look at. So they went, uploaded pictures that they liked, and video picture shots and things that they loved, and found a way to put a credit card where people could use their credit cards to pay for these bills, to be able to pay. And there was no application for that on the internet. Two idiots who wanted to watch sex on the internet came up with this notion. And that application now is used to make trillions of dollars a year. Did I say trillion? Trillion. Two idiots at home doing drugs, trying to watch sex on the internet, set up a way to use a credit card to charge people to look at pictures of sex on the internet, not knowing that these idiots stepped into a bigger market whatsoever. Right? So the technology that you use today to be able to transfer funds from here at your house somewhere else without even having to meet me, pay me through Cash App or anywhere else, that application was created by two porn junkie idiots. Thank you, you two idiots. Now, Hopefully this video is entertaining enough for you guys to want to subscribe, hit the notification button. I'm gonna get out of here, and don't forget, Carcino for Life on Patreon. Yeah, we're gonna have some behind the scenes stuff and talks on a whole lot of different things. So let that be known. I'm out. Oh yeah, the donate button in the description box. Streamlab. Yeah, you can do that too. I forgot about that. What am I doing? You wouldn't be able to Streamlab even if it wasn't for those two idiots. Shouts out, rest in peace to Dr. Buzz.